It's 20 hours. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing well tonight. Yes, it is, mate. I genuinely had to think about that. So yeah, I'm actually going to jump into voice as well, just in case someone wants to say hi. To be honest, I'm not anticipating it, but hey, you never know. And let's get some music going, because we're doing something a little bit different today. That's loud. That's weird. Can I change that? Thank you. I generally hope this is from the audio library because I'm not entirely convinced myself. But on that note, hello guys, Mathemas right here, also known as Crystallized Entertainment, and we're going to do something a little bit more slow. Because I'm going to be honest with you. We've been going quite fast paced. Last week was Planetary Annihilation and Smash Ultimate as well as Splatoon 2. That was quite fast, so we're going to take it down a couple of notches with a non-gaming related stream in FreeCAD. Still loud, but I think that might just be. I'm also assuming the audio balancing is fine, but if it isn't, just say. Oh, come on, I changed that. Don't give me that. There you go. So, we're not actually... You're right, Jackson. We're not building sentries or dispensers. We're going to be designing a... Well, first I want to finish this bogie thing for a miniature train. It's about 1/5, 1/6 scale of the real thing. But we're just working on a generic bogie design. Which is going to be hydraulics, which basically means it's pushing fluid to turn a motor in the most simplest of forms. So yeah, I want to try and finish this bogie so we can actually start designing the locomotive itself. It's going to be about the size of a Mardike engine. It's the design of this one, at least some of the features is inspired by Mardike. If I load up their website. While we wait for it to load, it's not like we've got anything to do. Like in that image right there, you can kind of gauge kind of the scale. I might have to hydraulic because technically it's going to be a hydraulic drive. But again, here's another image. I'll get actually not probably not a good, high res image. Let me get you a better image. Is it actually loaded? It is loaded exactly as I left it a few hours ago. Also, we're kind of doing this because IBS hurts and. Boy, doesn't it hurt. So... Boy, I know Swanley has it, but I was wondering does there any of the generic images? There is not. So... I think this one's a good image. Well, yes, but actually no. Okay, that's kind of like the bogie design of a Mardike 4-axle. Again, this is a miniature train, but that's kind of the... Don't know what I'm pointing, but this is kind of like the scale of this design. It's not terribly big. It's not as big as a 7-lam one, but it's just so narrow gauge. And as you can see, I have this is technically modified from a different bogie, so a lot of it's already been done. I have imported that from a different bogie, but as you can see, how I'm doing it similar to how Mardike does it. So it's like a single chain. Okay, don't know why this is happening. Oh, I know, because Una's on it's uploading. So let's just do that. So I'm just going to quickly explain how the power is being driven by this motor, which is a hydraulic motor. Essentially, it's essentially this chain, but instead of having one chain for each axle, which is 6 inches, by the way, like each of these wheels are about 6 inches, give or take. But it's like a single chain that goes under there, over there, so these two are powered. And then because I had some sort of tensioner, which is a bit of an inconvenience, but a tensioner up there that bypasses this bit of the brake, then it goes back down under that one, onto this little relay, and then back to the motor, so it's like one continuous loop. And if I recall correctly, I was in the middle of placing the bolts and nuts in, so I have a good idea how that would all be mounted and know what kind of size. So this is like an M12 bolt at 40 millimeters, you know, long. And I know you're there, Jolly's not here. Don't know where Jolly is, but oh, what the fuck is that? Well, he's definitely in the server, but he's definitely. Oh, he's here! Oh, holy duty, Batman! Wait, illusion. I was not expecting this. I should be honored. But anyway, let's just start by importing an M12. Well, you have joined at a very opportune time, Charlie. We're actually doing a bit of a different stream than my usual gaming stream. We're doing a bit of more of a chill CAD stream, because why not? I just want to get this bogie done. So basically the last thing that needs to be done is this needs to be properly edited, which is not too hard work to do. The brake's already done, so then I just add like the front bit because of how my bikes are built. Well, it's not, yeah, because I'm not actually gaming. I'm just doing something a little bit different, but fair enough. But I have like a front plate here, which is probably 5mm steel, and some auxiliaries like, you know, a bypass, like a pass through for the brakes, and obviously a coupling of some description. So that's about everything. But yeah, well, nice to see you slide into the DMs. Don't know why you're doing that when I was at the part design, but there we go. Definitely slid into stream's DMs. Nice. Indeed. Let's see. There also that's that, so we'll save that before we group that. Pineapple juice. The literal duct tape that's holding me together. There we go. Create group. See. Bogie. Power. No. Motor. Mount. Motor. Nuts and. Nope. Nuts and. Yeah, nuts and bolts group. That's how I know it. Name it. Then all of this just gets moved into that, and that will get moved onto bogie frame front back top assembly group. And that's now we just have to get some M8 bolt screws for the part that's holding it onto the main, you know, assembly itself. And then that will be the final power done, more or less. And then basically at that point, there's not really much left to do. I'm saving again. I'll back up because I like to save little and often and back up quite frequently, which is also where most of my disk space has gone because I've got tons and tons of backups. I do not know, Charlie. That's a good question. Again, the reason that pineapple juice works so well, again, wait, actually it's already done. Well, the reason that these pineapple juice work so well, because this is non-concentrated. This is like genuine 100% non-concentrated pineapple juice, and it's a good way to counteract the acidity in the stomach, I suppose. Also, Charlie, because I'm not sure if you saw it or not. I'm just going to show it here. No, it was this on this one. It's like this is kind of the size of the locomotive I'm building. It's a lot smaller now because this is actually a Mardike design. This is technically not a Mardike, this specific locomotive, but it is based on a Mardike, so. And this is like a 4-axle power bogie. You can see where I got the inspiration from, except this is a duplex. No, that's something else. That's a bit of a leak, but there we go. It is a duplex changed over simplex. I went to simplex, at least for the model, because reasons. I could change. I guess they would, in my opinion, from that one question mark. I don't quite understand, but there we go. Well, I've actually crashed. Yes, you've done it. You occasionally do that. Even play this when it ends, you occasionally do that. Chain 4, I think, if I remember correctly. Yes. There we go. So now we just have to get a couple of MA bolts. I think, considering this part is like 5 mil. I think that's about 2 or 3 mil. I think maybe, just maybe, that 25 millimeter bolt should suffice. And it's probably upside down if I remember correctly, of course. Yes, it's upside down. So no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong control. I think it was that way. There you go, that's what I was after, thank you. And this is where wireframing comes into effect. I mean, for a free program, this is pretty good. And again, I'm not an engineer. I don't solve practical problems. But, because I wanted, even though I intended to outsource it, have someone else build a locomotive, I cannot deny I would like to build one, and the Mardike one seemed to be quite interesting. And in fact, the design itself, the powertrain, is actually, even though it's based on Mardike's heavy duty, is more like Swanley New Barnes Class 25 locomotive called Steptoe, which is actually using a single-cylinder engine. And I think I found a good pump that I can get for the same price of a normal hydrostatic unit. I have to get the pump first because it's incredibly hard to get. So I just have to see if I can get that first before I can even, So that's probably going to be the large funds that I'm saving up this year. I'm saving like £2,000 this year. And I must say, the large portion of that is just going to go getting the pump. Because I can get the pump and everything else just kind of falls into place. Don't know why I did that. When I can just mirror it. Not mirror it, I clone it. I'm trusting that's in the right place. So, bolt 13. That's a clone, and I imagine destroying this would help. Nope, that's an axis. I need the position. Nope, that's this one. There you go. I overshot that. Did that have a point or not? It apparently did not. So, we'll just copy that. And number 14. Then we just clone that. And that goes up to the other side. The advantage of doing this in CAD first is like I know where all the nuts and bolts are, and when I inevitably probably do this, I, will avoid costly mistakes. When I mean costly, I mean it will be costly, like expensive. It's a lot of money, because I imagine this locomotive is about £5,000 to build when it's done. Anything less than that, I'd be surprised. And in fact, I do have a parts list I'm working on right now for the specific locomotive. It's based, I don't know if I understand now. There's a lot of explanation because you've never seen this before, so I've got to explain a lot of stuff of what I'm doing and what's going on with this entire thing. Because not many of you probably knew I was a big train fan, particularly miniature trains, like 7/4 inch, which is what the Marduk ones are. But going off a ramble again. So, and then this one can just be 102 again, and bibbity bobbity boop. 102. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. It's this one. 102. Bingo. And also, what's his name? Oh. Yo, that's the nuts done. Now I just need the bolt. No, that's the bolts done. Now I need the bolt nuts. I'm just frack. So how is everyone this evening? I don't think I've actually asked yet. How's everyone? How is everyone coping with the Monday blues? Nerd. Probably still got a better tissue, but hey yo. Doing good. Got a response from the complaint. We said about my residence. Oh, that's good. It's probably the usual. We're sorry that you're not happy. So and so. It's like that sort of bibbity boppity boop. 1mm pitch nut. Same first against the first. So it's literally. Yeah, I figured that you're a locomotive fan from the streams while you wait for stuff. I think I only did like 2 Train Sim World streams. Same bits from there. That's from. No, wait. Yeah, it's like the last one I gotta be wary because it actually has to be lower. But this is fine, so we can just do this. Now then, let's just get you to the proper height. Because I know if I copy and paste it would be too high. It's around, I'd like to say here is. So I have a feeling something is interfering with that, but hey, I can do that later. 13. No, I'm still not pronouncing completely broken English. Seems legit. Yeah. 72, yeah. You let me do 13. Sure. Very odd. Yeah, it really didn't make any sense. Nor did they address my main statement. We replied, readdressing the point. Yeah, that sounds about right. Is that customer service being inept? Anything other than that would be deviated from the norm. What was it again? 56. So 46. I was gonna say that's illegal. You can't do that. So, oh, I didn't see that. Of course, the reply was in complete broken English. Oh, I wonder if they've outsourced that. I didn't actually read that part. I wonder if they've actually outsourced it to a different country. Or, you know, if it's in this country, they've literally got a non-native speaker doing it, which, of course, was never going to go well. But hey, it's cheaper and more profitable, and that's probably what all they care about at the end of the day, wasn't it? 102? It was 102. I mean, here's a quote, if you fancy some busting. He has be aware the current TV isn't fit the bracket as the different wait, hold up. I'm sorry, run that by me again? He has to be aware the current TV isn't fit the bracket as they are different made. Wow, I thought my English was bad. What the fuck is that? I'm upset. So I'll read about if I do 13. So there isn't a 13. I'm not sure. That was in the official response to my complaint. Like, what the hey? Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Chief. I'm not entirely making sense of that. So I was talking utter ridiculousness. I was spelling it okay, but made no clear sense. Okay. And finally, 102 for this one. 75, 102, yes. Save that, and then we'll group it. And then that's like the main thing done. So next is like the Mardike specific stuff. Because I'm actually probably have a 490mm as long as a 5D 500, so it's a little literal wiggle room. Okay, so next up, create group. What did I call the other one again? Oh fuck no. Bogie, motor, mount, nuts and bolts group, because it is different to the other one. Then we just move that. Hopefully it doesn't crash. It does not. That's already an improvement. Move that there. And then that's that done. Save. That's finally the final power done. Oh, and there's many more bits I like to bring up, but it's pretty. Oh, there are many more bits I'd bring up, but it's just more pretty busted English. Absolute joke. If it's a joke, I don't see the punchline. That's what I say. Is like, if it's a joke, I just don't see the punchline. I'm sorry. I think I'm too stupid to understand this. Yeah, okay, that's done. So, original, copy that. How big is the file now? Just by chance. 16 megabytes. I mean, to be fair, that could be a lot worse. Nope. Chain final. Because actually it was meant to chain, but it's basically part of the same thing, so I might as well just group it into one thing. Okay, so that's all done. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That is levitating. I completely forgot. Okay, so where would that be? I know like the total place that here. No, that's that. There it is. So let's bring you down a couple of notches. So a couple of notches with a brand new pace. There you go. Also, let's change the pad. What is that? Is that 268? I forget what the actual one. This is 200, 100. I know this is probably not right. No. 150. What's 150 divided by 2? I think 75, isn't it? It is 75. Too far. Okay. 160. And that would be 80, wouldn't it? Oh, so close. 170. What's 170 divided by 2? And in case you're wondering, yes, this is how, up to this point, as I've been designing all these different designs, how in my head I've been calculating what's the half of something so I can have it wide and center. You'd be surprised how effective it is actually. 85, so cool dandy. Okay, 165. Then again, what is 165 divided by 2? 82.5. There you go, perfect. Perfection. And then all I have to do then is find the mount 2, no. The pipe, there you go. Because that's all that has to be done. Brought down to my level. Without a gap preferably for continuity. And that's actually in the right place, so I actually got that right. Thank you for that. So a lot of this stuff is just basically welded. Like there's bolts for, you know, obvious, well I think it's obvious things, but it's mostly just going to be welded down. But, so like this is welded. The tensioner is technically welded, although there's some roller bearings there. But I'm not entirely happy with the roller bearings because they're attached to 5mm pipe, and I'm not entirely sure I'll withstand the stress. I mean, compared to like 25mm, like that's a lot more likely to withstand the stress. But there you go. So like that's welded. This part is just like this entire top part is detachable, but it is essentially most of it is just welded, which should give the structural integrity needed to get this done. And cause obvious things to withstand the stress. 5mm steel on most of these things. The boxes are about 2mm, and I think that's about 15 by 15. The boxes. So you know, I'm not an engineer, but even I know that I gotta be sensible what kind of material and kind of the thickness to it to withstand the stress of essentially a 4 horsepower motor. Because this motor is capable of 4 horsepower because that's what the transmission is going to be capable of doing. So in all, it's about, excluding the power unit, the engine itself, it's about, well, I would like to say £1,600 for the drivetrain. And that's excluding the power unit, which is another £100 because of power motors, which is basically a Honda clone. But I digress. So, save, and then for my next trick, not like whenever it does this random clicking, my stress levels just go up because I know that this means it's, with OBS is not clipping, it's caching something, I don't know what, and it just doesn't stop ever. So let's say mount final, let's just say that. Then finally, this is where I'm going to need some images. I'm going to be frank with you. So V-line G class / NSW81 class because it's an 81 class. So but they're basically the same locomotive because they use a very similar design. Like, I kid you not, I could not. Actually, maybe I should just go with one of these blueprints. Oh yeah, that's proving to be quite effective. So let's go with you. And then we're going to create a new body. Actually, hold that thought. I also need to get this in the right place. Fuck you. I mean, that is pretty evidential what I need to do. So I'll tell you, this is front, this is back, but I flipped it because, again, this is based a modified version of the FP45 bogie. It's simply It's good enough for my needs. And it's a nice base because it's essentially a template. And he hasn't done that effect in a while. Create body. So let's try to do this logically. First of all, no, that's the wrong one. I want, what is 490 divided by 2? 245, okay. So we're going to create a box, because that's really what we need. Then we're going to have that set like that. Again, that's I think would be length. No, it would be width. Yep. No, it's actually height. Fuck's sake. There you go. With a length of 490. Alright, Emma, that's a bit. Good luck on the CAD design, mate. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much for the luck, and hope you enjoyed your stay. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll see you around. Have a good night. See, would be minus, not equal, minus 245. Ooh, yeah. Then that's so then that would be. Can I flip that at all? Doesn't make a difference. I really wish it did. Does like round here is. I'll just put 55 just for the sake of keeping it. It's not even in that sense, but it does be less annoying. And I would go like so. Again, I think an M8 bolt would suffice. But we also, before I do that, just for the sake. Might not look right there, but it will definitely be. It's about 10 millimeters off of the rest of the body, which might not be enough, but we'll see. If it worse comes to worse, I'll set it to 480 mil. So this is there, and I want you 20. Let's go with 25 mil on that chamfer. No, it actually looks like it's steeper. 40 mil then. There we go. They go 5 mil thick. Metal plate. Again, should handle the stress. Because that's it, having a coupling over it. So it should handle the stress fine. And I'll tell you what, can we... No, wait, I can't because I have to weigh that. Because it's not a pad. So then... Hopefully with one bolt on each side, M8 should keep it in place, in theory. Saving, just because I don't trust it, because as much as I like FreeCAD, it's really, really unstable at times. Not one for taking chances. It's already 39 minutes, almost 40 minutes, wow. Now that is surprising. Merge, I might have to check what the official specification is for the 7¼ inch gauge society, but for now let's just get this into place. Also set that to steel, but templates, let's see, what would it call under? I didn't forget half the time what I coupling. Medium duty coupling. I don't like that. That's not cinematic. Please remember, don't forget me. Oh, is this the right one? Oh, yeah, that's definitely the right one. track standards, I think that's where it is. Couplings, standard gauge, 108 millimeters. Okay, so if that's down, actually I can just add 108 by just, so that's literally around like here is. It's about where it needs to be. Maybe, I don't know. There we go. Then we actually will round that off to the nearest number. So yeah, let's do that. 108, 48 plus 108. Why would you be up there? Let's consult some of these images. So this is a power bogie for their medium duty. Immediately useful, not gonna lie. Don't need those because that's for nightly design. I do like nightly because it's actually a lot more to my preferred scale. But hey, I've been told to start small, so this is me starting small, gosh darn it. Let you know. Okay, let's have a look at. Let's go back to the Swanley one and look at Queen's Messenger, i.e. the custom built one that's like a Mardike. It's about. Yeah, I think I know where that is. Also, but I think it actually is a bit higher. But we'll see. And it's a proper Mardike one. Where's Steptoe? Because I know I had a Steptoe one. There's Steptoe, so this is a similar. This is a Steptoe there, which is a custom built like Mardike locomotive, except it's a lot not as heavy duty, but it's also going to be a lot cheaper if I replicate that. So, pretty similar design, at least mechanically speaking. This is a class 25. I'm not doing a class 25. Doing something a little bit more exotic. Again, the New South Wales 81 class. Restart. Oh, for fuck's sake, can you like stop doing that? So again, consult the power bogie to see how high it is. So power bogie, G body fitting. Not terribly higher, but it's actually, I think, might actually be the height for the specification. Which, to be fair, I probably could go higher. Just purely because, if you consider the following, that once this is on, it needs a bit of knee room there, so I probably can go a little bit higher, so above there. Don't particularly want to, but there we go. I was looking for a very similar, particular photo I know I had. It's not that one. Oh, come on. I know I have what I'm looking for. Fuck you. is up there, so the rest of this will be the body. Imagine the frame, which probably cut out here. No, I can't cut. It would actually have to. It has to mount directly to the. No, I have to think about this. With the frame, I could have it out here, but then I would like the body part of the frame is basically all in place. I'm not keen at that. I could not have. I think I could not go with that, but then something needs to join those two, the frames themselves together. Again, could have it there, but have that of reaching there. That is an option. And to be fair, that nothing saying I can't, because there's also an overbranching thing to connect the bogie up. So, because then the body would go over that. Steel as well. Material steel, but we're gonna have it light because of the livery I want. The bisentinel livery. The whole reason I want to build a NSW 81 class is because of the bisentinel livery, which it's colourful, unique, and I'll be honest with you, I have fallen in love with it. So I'm hoping, praying that that's in the correct place. I have to break stuff here. I don't think it's in the right place, but if that's the, the specification for I just think it would look better lower. Stuff it. Just because I think it would look. It's not the specification for the 7¼ inch gauge society, but I think I'll just have to bend a coupling bar into place, and I'll just learn to live with it, because I can live with it. I can live with it. So, no, I don't want the cube, I want the cylinder. Yeah, I think it's M8. Don't want to say for certain, but I think maybe, just maybe, it's an M8 bolt. Go, and then let's use the mirror, because in theory, if it's the same place on one side, it should be the same on the other side. And yes, I'm right. Same story as the other one, again M8 to hold into place. One on each side, so sufficiently hold it into place. In theory. In practice, though, it's another. Getting kind of relatively far, but not too far because to not intersect with these bolts on the other side. So it does not help me whatsoever. I'm not entirely sure what you did, but I don't much appreciate it. Okay. Wait, what did I hit then? Ah, okay. It's just there you go, right. It's just still on the other side I've hit, okay. Again, mirror to have it in the exact same place, and then I'll start naming stuff. Drill the holes in the actual beams, the boxes. Did I save? Oh, no, it just momentarily freezes. Forget it does that. I'm not gonna lie. Mirror. Mirror. There you go. And yeah, I think maybe a 16 mil, 40 mil is probably would be sufficient. These 25, and these 40. Just looking at the design slightly. Front plate. Box. Chamfer. Coupling. A bolt hole. Coupling. Oh yeah, I forgot to put cylinder at the end. M8 bolt hole mirror mount M8 bolt hole cylinder mirror. Save again. Okay, now I'm going to do would be here, which is a clone. It's fine because you can actually modify clones, so I'm not terribly upset. It's just a bit of an inconvenience considering where it is. $25. Thanks, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, that helps a lot. Okay, I'm gonna restart FreeCAD because something's broken. Hope it fixed itself. 08B1 simplex 0 there. Finish that off. As soon as I finish that off, then I can move on to the next thing, which is adding the stuff for the brakes. Once that's done, that's basically the bogie done, more or less. Just have to group them into a proper place. Export them, then I can work on the body itself, which I'm actually kind of excited for, not gonna lie. Can you like stop doing that? So, do that. Thank you. There it is. And working properly. Thank you. Lost it. Nope, there it is. It's going the wrong way. Wait, that. Oh, fuck it, that's not even the right side. There you go. Narrow down the height. There you go. Went through to the other side. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to do. Yeah, and I already knew that, which is why I briefly considered paying someone else to do it. But if I do that, I only get one powered bogie, which is not as heavy duty as this, and you know, for some other compromises to it, so it's a lot more economically viable to build it myself. I just cannot deny it's a lot cheaper to build it to build it myself. It's why I'm kind of not wanting to at this point. It's seeming to be a lot more hassle than it's worth. But yeah, it doesn't help that I keep changing what kind I want the design to be every few weeks. Doesn't help whatsoever, but there we go. Cylinder mill. Let's get some of the bolts done. Save, get the bolts done. Start grouping them. Do the final, you know, the brake stuff. Get that done, and I'll be finished. Finito. I can export that out. I can finally start on the body, which would be nice. Coupling. M8 40 mil. No, that's M6. M8 16 mil. Cool. Definitely don't need 80 mil. That much. That was for certain. That's definitely overkill. Five minutes. I suppose if I do 4, would yes. So it's exactly what I thought. But 5. Mirror.
It's 21 hours.
Thank you, Mr. Akintas. $282. Oh yeah, I forgot to have calculated, didn't I? That's right. It's coming back to me. Yeah, M8. Pitch nut. Rotate that way. No, I think it's 75, isn't it? 76. My mistake. $282. $77. That's now theory bolt would be bolted on. Shouldn't be going anywhere because there's one there, each at the far ends. So in theory, it shouldn't go anywhere. Save that. And then we'll group those bolts, we'll do the other 2 bolts, we'll group that in the group. And then let's do the brakes, essentially. Do the pass through for the brakes. So that rolling stock can use it, because otherwise it's a bit of defeating using vacuum brakes if the rolling stock can't use it. That was quick. Quicker than you have been on stream. Plate, mount, nuts and bolts group. Always preface the folders as with a group at the end. Helps organisation. Put that there. Gain 25 mil. I don't even want to guess what. No, I've done so many of these, I actually forgotten. 3, no, that can't be right. Unless those are the ones I hear is M6, which could very possibly be their M6 boats. It's just probably should not be a musician. Should I quit my day job, basically? Without a job. The only way I don't want a job, on the other hand, I do need the money, so that's where that issue just starts pouring in. So I don't want to work, but I need the money eventually to survive. And is that an M6 boat? You've done me a hecking bamboozle. I don't much appreciate it. Alright, what numbers? 17, okay, that's a little bit more in line with what I was expecting. Preferably no clipping, just to help gauge what the file thing would look like a little easier and realistically, because this thing does have to be, does have to go in here what it would look like in real life, because this thing would become a real life object. So I have to take physics and reality into account, which is not something you typically have to do in 3D animation and modeling. But yeah, I'm not an engineer. I have not trained to be an engineer. I don't have the qualification needed to be an engineer. It's just I like being trained, and I just like designing my own. Eventually I'll build one, or get someone else to build, but probably build one, honestly. 18. Then we just need that. I'm just going to duplicate it. Just, even though cloning would be much more space efficient, just for the sake of getting this into place a lot easier, duplicating it will be fine. $78. No, let's do this. Front plate mount. No, coupling mount. No, it won't be mounted, just nothing. Bolt screw in it. Involves just doing this. Save. bogie front plate group. There you go. It's almost finished now. Literally, we are, in terms of the bogie, we are literally on the home stretch right now. Like, I'm not exaggerating, this is the home stretch now, because there's like 2 more bits that needs to be added, and then we're done with the bogie. It can be exported out, and we can actually move on to the locomotive itself, which I'm kind of excited for, not gonna lie. Bogies. Yes. New South Wales 81 class. Bogie V2 hydraulic. Because I did have a V1 because it wasn't originally going to be a Marduk design. It had the design of the bogie was completely different, and it was actually closer to one of Diamond Valley's smaller locomotives. The B71 they have in their fleet. If you don't know, Diamond Valley is in Australia, I think in Victoria. And they have the most amazing railway I think I've ever seen. It makes me a bit jealous, not gonna lie. Also, it's where literally almost all of the doubles locomotives gone. Sentinel, Spirit of America. Those are, well, I mean like to Australia in general. Most of the doubles locomotives gone to Australia. 2 of them are in Diamond Valley, which is Sentinel and Spirit of America. I miss doubles, and it's actually why I love the 7/4" case so much. So there's a tidbit, what's the word I'm actually looking for? Not pop quiz, trivia. No, not trivia. I'm trying to think. Chad, if you know what I'm trying to think of, or the phrase, then please not ping me, but say in chat, because I genuinely am trying to remember. Probably fun fact, possibly. It's a lot closer. Break stuff. This is gonna be fun. He lied. Vacuum break stuff. It's not going to be an actuator. It's not going to be a brake assembly. The PMP release valve. Yep, that and tapper holes. Those are the PMP railway stuff is what we're after. And providing that's the right way, which I don't know it is, probably it's good. Oh yeah, I forget. I don't think that's the right size either, that's the thing. So I think it's too big, but it might not be. Without seeing it in person, actually I get a proper measurement because I can't get proper measurements for PMP railways equipment. Can't do that. Think brain. It's such a way that's not come. But then that's might have to do it on the other side, which is not the worst, isn't it? So that would go like there. And then the release thing, the tapper hose, the release valve, the brass thing. I have to generally check because I cannot remember where that would go. It is in my order. I think, you know, this hex bar is hidden as well. I'll have to check. We got some time. PMP railways. Vacuum brakes. Is that no VM auxiliary? No, wait, I saw you. Vacuum release valve. Okay, that's not there, so it would actually literally be how it would be. Restricted mode has been enabled. Goody, thank you. We appreciate that. It does that randomly. YouTube just randomly enable restricted mode, and I'm not entirely sure what's doing it. So there we go. Okay, let me show you. That's a bit too close to the axle. So, needs the wheel, so. Cylinders, do what I need to. Actually, no, I need to. What? I thought the closest thing would be an M4 bolt. But no, that would also need to be bolted on the other side as well to keep it into place. How this stays into place, I genuinely cannot remember. So, no, don't want a box. I want a cylinder. So that'd be 40 millimeters in total. Another cylinder. Same first, second as the first. Now how I put it in place, I put it in the house. I think if I use my brain for 5 goddamn minutes, that it's going to be the bigger one out of the two. So, so it was on M6. But again, I'm not so sure because there's not enough room for the bolt and a tube. Then again, if the tube should keep in place. But that's a very big gamble. Even I recognise that. That's quite a big gamble. Let's see. Vacuum, brake. Tapper, holes, cylinder, release, hole, cylinder. And that's basically it. If I just drag that in there. And I believe that is actually the actual now done. And it doesn't look too shabby, if I do say so myself. So let's just do it like that, just for the sake of tidiness. One hour 25. Wow. 1 hour 25 is taking me to finish the bogie, which, to be fair, I didn't really have that much left to do. It just seemed to have taken me a long time to do so. And oh, Nix, I have not seen him around in ages. Are you actually done? I didn't actually check. Well, give me a FTC 1 if it isn't. And it is. 86 megabytes, I read that. 68, okay. So we went from 60 to adding an extra 8 megs to it. Wow. And I forgot to do the painful job. Like, this is a bit of a pain in the neck, but yeah, so is there anything else? No, not for that one. Okay. Nope. Now, if I'm correct, this is this. The folders, I think, messes up the export, so I try not to export the folders as well. Because honestly, there's a lot more of a pain of a neck than it's actually worth. Almost had me there, didn't you? Again, almost had me. Nope, failed. think that's everything. We're about to find out. Export. No, if we can we have that as a step file, please? So, B2, export, master. Theory, they're both powered. Master and slave would typically mean if one's powered, one's unpowered. But technically they're both powered, it's just an easier naming convention, not gonna lie. So yeah, we've got some time to kill now while we wait for things to export. So now that's done. Basically the only difference with the slave is at this point is that everything you do with the speedometer, the speed sensor gets selected because you don't need two speed sensors, you only need for one axle and one bogie for it to work. Therefore all the speedometer stuff I don't need, it's redundant. Then we'll just export that as slave and in theory it should be fine. We'll find out momentarily. Vacuum master V2 slave, and you didn't keep the hydraulic thing. Good idea. Wait. Wait, where did you say that? Actuator. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. That would do it. That would fucking do it. Let's just go back. Chemical distance gauge. Templates. These are about I haven't actually started this as like an unused folder. But this is about many different designs. Also, these two have not done, but all these is technically I've started. That is more or less done for its intended purpose. But these are like, what, 6 separate designs that I haven't finished yet. Because I keep bouncing on different designs. Cause all the locomotives that I've done and I keep changing to look so cool and I would like a model of it. So it's just me bouncing around and it's not doing me any good. Vacuum. Great stuff. Export. And we'll just drag that over there, then we'll just literally give that the proper name. And actually everything up to master gets replaced. Same way, everything up to slave gets replaced. There you go, proper name. So before we start closing stuff down, I want to see it actually look properly. So SS660, no. SW1 class variation 2, which is the Mardike variation. Yeah, I've technically already started the basic placement, although I think the power unit is going to get replaced with for single cylinder because this is one of the V-twin. And it's going to get replaced with a single cylinder engine because it's cheaper. But don't tell anyone that. It'll be our little secret. Yeah, unfortunately the chair model I have as like a stand-in doesn't actually fit because it's like 500mm wide, this is like 590. But yeah, we just have to make it work. Oh yeah, that's the fuel pump for the twin cylinder engine. Bogie front motor. Oh, this can take a hike. Holy moly. Let's start with the master, logically, so bogies, export. That's merge, not import. Bogies, export, master, which technically has to be rotated, but I'll do that once I merge it all. So let's turn that off so I can have a look. And that's like the Honda V-Train engine, which is the GX690, which is going to get replaced, but there we go. And this is why I didn't want to close it, just in case. As much as I'd love it to be, you know, a step, because you can see it's retained all the colors, so that would be nice. I think we just have to go with an OBJ, because that's just reset back to its default location, which is not ideal. And honestly, it's not really usable like that, just because I don't know where it is in this mess anymore. That's not even the right color. M820, M620, washer. Wow, that's thorough. I mean, if I change an OBJ, it will retain all of that. So, annoyingly. No, oh, for fuck's sake. Annoyingly, it has to be an OBJ. I don't want it to, but sacrifices has to be made. And that's why. Oh, you forgot the selection, you freaking. It's fine. It's fine. I like that. To be fair, it does this every so often. I have to export as an OBJ. Again, don't particularly want to, but again, as I keep saying, sacrifices has to be made. And to be fair, it won't change this base project file, which is going to retain its that or the separate elements. So for starting off and actually creating blueprints from, it's fine. Honestly, just so I could see it with the body into the final design. But there we go. Export. This is the master. So master. Alias mess. But once again, we have to wait for it to export, and I'm actually growing a bit wary of this. In about 5 to 15 minutes we'll end the stream. Hopefully I can start getting the front portion designed. But But I doubt it because it actually is a real doozy. No, in itself that's a real doozy. There you are. It's the mastodon, and again, all that's different with the slave is literally everything to do with the speed sensor and speedometer is disabled, non-selected. Hydraulic slave. Wait for that now. We're just playing the waiting game right now. I could technically look something up on the internet while we wait. You know, related to this. There you go, so hopefully if it doesn't fix it, then just frack it. Import. Master. Alias. I'm hoping, if not, you've just made my life a whole lot harder. Because I know one time you did not group into one object. And I know I can't merge into one because you're not going to stay solid. Like, would that be in a reasonable assumption to make? Yes, look. Okay. Cool, dandy. It's just gonna be one of those ones where it's just not gonna play ball for the majority of it. I mean, the engine does need to be replaced because I'm gonna use a different power unit. But preferably I would like both sides to be there. So I know doing this will keep the, keep turning to an OBJ will keep the motor in the proper place, which is good. Not so good is my current predicament with wait a minute. Bogie frame left front back. There it is. Fuck. Frame, left body, pitch nuts. Now hopefully this will mean that it will actually be there. Export. To be fair, this has happened before where I have to re-export something even in the correct format because it's missing something and it's just fucking with me because it's not actually giving me a real representation of what the thing will look like. Okay, well, the slave is exporting. I'm gonna get myself a new tissue. So, yeah. I'll be right back. Let's stop the music first. There we go. So, yeah, I'll be right back. I'm back. See, it wasn't a very long job at all, and I think it's... No, I think it's still exporting, isn't it? Yep, still exporting, that's what I thought. Oh, not you again. Can I block him? Nah, I've just banned him because that's just like an automated message. I don't want to buy messages, followers. You know, what's the point of buying him? Because they're not going to be interested in you. They're going to be automated, and it's just sad, really. Like, as far as I can tell, there's no benefit whatsoever. Other than it's just a rich scheme to casting in people's insecurities and make their egos bigger. Well, you know, the people buying them egos bigger. Personally, don't see the appeal. NASA can now, like, you know. Okay, everything looks to be in place. So it probably is. Is it including the that stuff? So we'll just put down the group, and then we put that into its proper place. But I'm gonna be straight with you. I honestly don't think there's gonna be enough time to do what I want. 180. There you go. So now that's facing the right way for the plan A on. Oh, should be this one, wouldn't it? You know, it would actually be great to know which. Okay, also it's like 156. Okay, so that's gonna be bogie front group. So let's just get these bogies in place and then I'll create the stream. Actually, also the power unit I'm most likely using as well. Those are like two things I definitely want to do. ABS mesh. Okay, I think the check could be a little bit further back. This is about the current placement of those objects are placeholders and not final, because I think that there's not going to be enough leg room for once you put some other bits and bobs into consideration, like the front portion of the body, for instance. And also the fact that even if I had a raised portion, which would probably be around here, it's just it wouldn't be a very comfortable place. So that's like certain thing we're going to take into consideration. Templates, engines. export? No, I wanted import. So range, models, templates, engines. So yeah, this is where part of the difference between a Mardike and an official heavy-duty Mardike, this one comes into play. That's concerning. But obviously, it's obviously the Steam thing. Oh yeah, it's definitely not final. So a bit of that there is. And then the fuel tank I'm keeping, and that will just replace the pre-included one. Again, the engine I'm using is 100 clone. So is the exhaust sprays from the entrance. But basically, from what I've seen from a video actually showing inside the mod, like the pump is up here and it's like a timing belt, so I'm going to use a chain because chain is more reliable and durable. And like a hydraulic tank here, and we'll be in business. No, that would be fine because the intersection would be here, that would go further, so no, that would be fine. And it's a tension icon as well. Nope, the tension's right there. Anyway. But it's nothing. So yeah, I think on that note we're going to leave the live stream because I mean we've basically done the bogies, which was my main objective. So I'll do like the frames and whatnot tomorrow, so on the body. So yeah, and then we're going to leave the live stream there because it's actually getting pretty late now. Not gonna lie to you, that was a pretty productive stream. We finished the powertrain. We fine-tuned the mounting mechanism for it to mount with the rest of the locomotive. We've done the front portion to make like a Mardike, and we've imported that into the actual project file itself in some capacity and put it on the right place. And we replaced the V-twin engine with the single-cylinder engine, which is not really what I want, but again, it's cheaper, so I can't argue with that. Also, again, I gotta preface that the placement of the engine, the fuel tank, and eventually the hydraulic tank, it's not final because once I start adding the body components, I either have more room or have less room because I have sufficient leg room as well. And there's actually a benefit of designing it the way I do for my like, because if I want to do another design based on this another outline based on this design I'm doing with the but I want to face, well, that's that's fine. I was just, if you're chilling along with the stream, that's fine, really. That's, you know, you had good vibes. You survived my vibe check. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. But the benefit is that because the seat is technically facing the front to mimic the Diamond Valley 81 class locomotive, but because the engine, the actual powertrain, is sufficiently far enough. If I ever want to, be back, the seat to be at the back, facing, towards the front, all I have to do is turn around turn around the chair, reorganize where the controls will be. We put the battery somewhere else to hide it. A bit more cable management stuff, and it'll be done. But basically, the powertrain will be in the exact same place. The frame would be exactly the same. Just the body and a few other bits and bobs would be different. So it's a lot more. So it's a very modular approach of what I'm doing right now. And I kept saying differences with a MODAG locomotive. And before we end the stream properly, I do want to explain what I mean. Now, typically, the design I'm doing is more like in MODAG cell, like between the heavy and the medium duty and the heavy duty. The medium duty uses this eating hydrostatic transmission, like a hydraulic version of an automatic transmission you would find in a car. Hope you're following. Hope you're following along. This will be in the final exam. So basically, there's an input shaft that connects to the engine and an output shaft that would connect, in our case, to the axles. Now, if I did it like that, it would only be powering one bogie, and it would all be mounted on the bogie, which has its advantages and disadvantages. One of which is not very good traction and not very good power, because it's only powering one bogie. But there we go. Keep calling them axles. I mean, it's actually just one axle, which is not true whatsoever. But MODAG's heavy duty is their hydraulic system, which is what we're doing. So, but typically with MODAGs, you have a 2-cylinder diesel engine connected to let's say a 10 horsepower capable pump and motor system. And that would be that. So that's a very heavy duty. Mine's a bit more in between, because I'm using a single cylinder engine that would be using the medium duty engine, locomotive design. But the pump I'm using is a 4 horsepower pump, which is based on the hydrostatic pump the hydrostatic transmission that MODAG uses. But the advantages of me using the pump variant instead of the lot easier to get transmission variant is the fact that I can have both axles powered. Granted, it won't change the fact it's only 4 horsepower, so it's not going to be that powerful, but it would have better traction and adhesion, especially when the track is wet, which is kind of what I want. So it's kind of like the mix between the two. It's like the benefits of MODAG's heavy duty, but with some components from the medium duty. So for me, so a 2-cylinder engine connected to a hydraulic transmission, transmission, but hydraulic pump. My one is a single-cylinder engine connected to the hydraulic pump. So not as powerful, but should be powerful enough for what I need. And now with that, frankly, I'm going to be honest with you, it was a bit complicated, and I think I rambled and didn't explain it clearly. I'm going to be straight with you, that was not my best explanation, but yeah, now with that explanation done, we can finally end the stream. So, thank you so much for watching the live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Wow, I feel a bit off.
It's 22 hours.
Thank you, Mr. Haagen-Dazs. If that does not confirmation I need to end the stream now, I don't know what will. I do have a DeviantArt which you can look at where I post my artwork. So you can find that at deviantart.com/hexadecimal. That's hexadecimal. Change the A to an E and you'll find me. I also have a Twitter account, so I post my ramblings or my rambling stuff. So I'll start playing some of these streams. So if it's delayed or cancelled, or sometimes early, but mainly delayed or cancelled for whatever reason, I'll be posting there. So you can find that at twitter.com/MJMousewhite88. And believe it or not, I'm first and foremost an animator and not, well, I'm not an engineer. I almost a gamer because I'm used to that, but no, I'm first and foremost an animator and not an engineer. But that's why these streams happen late at night. Although these are typically at night, these are my gaming streams, but hey ho. But regardless, when I have time to post my animation front, I do have a behind the scenes Tumblr account, which you can find that at crystallizeentertainment.tumblr.com. And finally, I have a YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/user/SciGuyMovies12. All of the links I just mentioned will be in the description right down below if you're watching the archive. Or hey, if you're watching this live on Twitch, if you scroll down from the stream to some handy dandy neat buttons, which take you to all of the links I just mentioned. So, once again, thank you so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace. You know, I just realised it would be a lot simpler for me to explain if I actually had the desktop up showing you Mardike's page for how they do it. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. But yeah, see you next stream, Jackson. Hope you enjoyed it. If not, you say enjoyed it, so that's good. I'm surprised you enjoyed it because it was a bit different. You know, it was more of a work stream than a relaxation stream. But hey, I wanted to get stuff done. And I wanted to do something a little bit different. Tune in on Wednesday, we'll be playing Uno. Oh, I'll be straight with you. I want to host that. So, with that knowledge, and the stream went well, we're going to end now. We're going to host Pixel Pit with Temtem, which is like a PC Pokemon clone, which is a really cool concept. So thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you on Wednesday for a Nuno stream. So bye. Bye.